Greetings, beautiful people all over planet Earth. Out in my favorite place, drinking my favorite juice. What more could you ask for? Oh, it feels so good to be back on juice. I've been listening to some of John Rose's videos, particularly his early ones, and he recommends women to be taking omega-3. I would have to agree with this because when you're doing your juice, you're not getting in the omega-3 or omega-6 fatty acids. And you can get these in the form of hemp seed oil or fish oil. And I took one for the first time today. I don't know if I'm going to take one every day, but I'll certainly be taking one once every second day at least. They say 3 times a day on these capsule things. I'm not doing that. Like when I did my first juice fast, I didn't take any omega-3s. But I see the importance of them because obviously I'm not consuming oil of any sort. I feel like it's important to be taking the omega-3 and the 6, which I'll do. So I'll see if that makes a difference in any way. But I'm only taking 1 capsule. So I'll probably take 1 capsule every second day or maybe every day. I don't know. They're kind of big. And so you feel them in the back of your throat for like a half an hour afterwards. Maybe I'll take them before I go to bed. I'm not sure. But I'll take them. Because I certainly noticed that when I hit the worms, when the worms came, the day before my lips were so dry and cracking dry. And I'd put oil on them. I would put lip gloss. It didn't even work. I needed oil on my lips. And so I would say those worms were just, I don't know, like pulling it out of me. I don't know what was going on. I have no idea. But I know that before the worms would expel, usually the night before, my lips were just so dry, really painful dry. And I don't know why. I'm only on day 4, afternoon of day 4. And I'm eager for the old stuff to start coming out. I feel good. I can see my skin's different. Like everything, oh man, everything changes. It's only 4 days and I already feel that juice high, that magical juice high. I'm shocked because I really thought I would be having some major detox. And in fact, I actually woke up this morning, I think, was it at 1 o'clock in the morning or was it 5? I'm not actually sure. I don't know what time it was, but I woke up feeling like I was going to have a headache. And I don't know what happened. I must have went back to sleep because I woke up again with no headache. But I thought when I woke up with a headache, I'm thinking, oh no, it's here, it's began, but it's gone. Like it's gone. So unless, because I had a small bowel movement this morning, that could be to do with it, because I know for sure, John Rose says we should have a bowel movement every single day on the juice fast. And you know, like if you don't, those toxins that are just being pulled out of your body, like literally being pulled, do they call it the peristaltic effect? I don't know, parabolic, peristaltic, where basically now that we don't have the pressure of food in us and our bodies pressured to digest their light, and now the body has a chance to heal and it's pulling out all the all the residues, all the wastes, all the toxins. And the worms did that to me so bad. I'm going to go over those poo pictures again tonight. I really want to look at them. I've noticed, like on day 40, like I'd have a mix of like really ropey. You can see this stuff is not from the colon anymore. This stuff is from the actual small intestine. And it just, the curves are just unbelievable. And the density is just out of this world. And then so I would have one of those first, and then in the afternoon I would have just the wretched worm movement. Oh man, it's going to be wild to see what's still left in me, and I just wish it would hurry up and get on with it. But the body does not do any type of healing quickly. It's a very slow process. The body will take the time it needs, given that we give the body that kind of patience. And I want to cleanse until they're all out. I don't want to half-ass it. And I didn't half-ass it last time, but it gets very, very challenging. It gets really challenging. And I know I'm going to hit some challenges, you know, especially cravings. And I don't know what it's going to be like this time around. But so far, so good. It feels easy. It feels okay. So long as I drink the juice, I have no cravings, no hunger pains, no nothing. And so long as I drink the juice, I am chewing a tiny little bit of gum to keep my jaw working, to keep my teeth, to keep some, you know, oh my gosh, these flies. Can you piss off, please? I should have kept my window up. Just to keep some activity happening in my mouth. And I've got to go to the dentist on the 12th. So a filling fell out, and like literally the week after I got it done. So I've had this big hole up in my top. Well, you can't see it, but it's there because it's inside the tooth. So yeah, like I don't know what's going to happen this time around, but I know that the healing is not done. Healing is not done. I broke the fast on day 60 and it wasn't enough. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, and I hope that I can do it until everything is out. And even if I broke the fast, it only took 3 days of me jumping back on the wagon, like on day 33, I think it was. I think there was like 3 or 4 days. Even though I was still raw, I had some shrimp and a little bit of Parmesan cheese in my salad. I had some salads, and it took about 3 days for that to pass, and I was back into the fast. I could see how you just know, like when you just study the poo as much as I did, you know that when you were back in that deep cleanse, the smell of it, the look of it, like I was talking to one of my girlfriends around this area because she did a small juice fast, for 4 days or something. 4 days, it's as much as you do feel good at 4 days, it's not enough for real deep cleaning, real house cleaning. You've got to go the distance, and that is tough. And you need patience, and you need to be able to give yourself time and be gentle with your body. In hindsight, 3 months is really not that much. You know, us spending lifetimes of eating, 3 months really isn't that much. So I can do it, but seems like a long time when all you consume is juice. Lucky the pineapples, they're only like $4 for a whole pineapple right now, which is great. And it really doesn't cost all that much more, I think. I don't think so. And then in hindsight, it really it doesn't cost that much more, because if you end up having a lifestyle of cooked eating and you are sick, you have to go into hospital, you pay for hospital visits, pay for ambulance, pay for medication if you have operations. So, there's that financial side of it. But then, just your quality of life when you live that way is nowhere near as optimum as it is when you consume a juice fast. Consume just juice and fast, basically, and eat a raw food diet. There's just there's no comparison. There's no value comparison to what a juice fast can do. So if it does cost a little bit more than your regular budget, it is an investment well worth your time and money, because the visceral effects and the consequent results are just so phenomenal and so unmatched. Nothing could beat it. And it really is, it's incredible. So I think it's worth the extra money. But I don't think it's actually too different for me. Like, I don't think I'm spending, because I'm not really counting. I'm not counting because it's not important to me. I'm lucky I don't have children or huge big financial obligations, so I can afford to do a juice fast. But I'm not counting because I know it's not really out of my budget. And in fact, I start the day now with lemon water. I don't have my first juice until about 10 o'clock. It may change as I go along, but I find the longer I'm on it, the less I feel that desire to have the juice first thing. It's like at 10 o'clock, and then I make another one about 2:30. But when I make juices, I mean, we're talking about 2 liters of juice per juicing. So that's 4 liters of juice a day. And I just slowly sip it throughout the day, and I finish my day with another lemon water, with like a teaspoon of honey. And and that works. Oh my gosh, that's what I did last time. In the beginning, in the first week when I initially started, look, I was juicing like 3 or 4 times a day, and then I just balanced out to what I'm doing now, which is the 2 times a day. So you just get used to it, and your body assimilates more, so you don't feel the need to fill an empty hole in your stomach, because as you continue, you no longer feel that empty hole. The first day I had a stomach ache, really felt the gnawing pain of not having food in my stomach. So that pain under my rib cage, that has gone. And something else that I didn't say this morning was that before I started this juice fast, when I would lie down at night, I would press where I was having pain. I would press around my stomach, and I had to be very ginger and very gentle with how fast and how quickly I used to press around my stomach. But I noticed last night when I was pressing around my stomach, I didn't have to be ginger or gentle with that. Like, I could really press down on it, and my body was fine with it. Whereas before, I felt so sensitive when I would press down on areas of my bowel. Really do it slow and really kind of delicate. Whereas now I can press down. I don't have that kind of rebound effect. So I don't know what's kind of going on there, but it's a little bit magical. Oh gosh. So anyway, yeah, I'm so glad. Even if I'm the only person watching my own videos, I have gone back now to my old juicing videos, reliving and re-experiencing how I felt then, and my own videos and my own documentation of my poo. I'm so glad I did that, because now I can really understand the way my body works. And maybe this could inspire you if you were to embark on your own health journey, for you to document what comes out of you. And then you can really understand and learn about the own inner workings of your body, because our poo really does tell us a story about the inner mechanics of our being, of our vessel. So I'm glad I was glad I was anal about taking the documentation. That's no pun intended, but I'm glad I was detailed in in any bowel movements that I had, even so much as weighing them, seeing what was coming out of me. In fact, I was looking back on, I think, might have been day 35. One day where I was working I was working out, helping my girlfriend with a big cowboy event that she had. And it was just in the most critical time. And I said to her, look, I don't know if I can do this shift, because when I need to go to the toilet right now, I cannot hold it. And it was at the height of me with my worms, and it hit me out there. And I kid you not, I sped down this road. Must be going 140, 150 Ks an hour. My gosh, if I didn't make it, I was going to be, I literally would have crapped myself. Literally would have shat myself. I was so close to doing that, and literally sweating and trembling and shaking. I'm sure some of you maybe experienced that once in your lifetime, but man, it was a rush to get home. Otherwise, I would have had the most nastiest accident to clean up. It was horrendous. Anyway, that was one of my biggest ever worm expel moments. It just happened to be when I was way out in the middle of nowhere, had to race home. Like, you couldn't have made it up. I mean, it just happened that I had one of the biggest worm expelling moments then. And I documented it. And in actual fact, it was so acidic. I don't even know if acidic was the word, but it was so bubbly. It was like fermented. And it's so gross. And I just couldn't believe that I would have just such nasty shit inside of me, basically. And it was just unspeakable. Like, and to think that you're all clean and nice, but we are not. As John Rose says, who wants to walk around with a bag of shit on them? Literally carrying around 20 kilos of shit. I know I don't, but we do, and we use deodorants and body things to try and mask that smell, because the smell that comes out of us, that is not hormonal. That is waste that has just stayed within us forever. And I did not smell good on my juice fast, because all of this was coming out of me everywhere, and oh man, it's nasty. So only, I believe, when you are completely clean will you not have smell. And for me, that's, like 100-day juice fast. It's going to be a while. But I'm looking forward to the journey, and I'm looking forward to the challenges, and I hope that I can overcome them and see this out, do this for myself. This will be the best thing, and it has been the best thing I've ever done for my health, ever. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this nasty shit, because I want it out of me. I really do. Anyway, well, I'm not going to be posting these videos up until probably like day, I don't know, 20, maybe 30. I want to gain some traction before I post these, so I have more to talk about, and people can watch more once I post them up. I'll probably do a big YouTube dump. I don't know. Again, why am I using all these terms? They just come out. I don't mean to, say these, I'm anal about this and I'm going to do a YouTube dump. It's terrible. Oh, so yeah. Anyway. And the eyes, by the way, the eyes are your greatest storytellers of your internal flora. And I know my GI tract is in terrible shape, or at least it's in better shape than what it was at the start of the year. But it's going to be even in the best shape it's been in years after I finish this juice fast. So let's get to it. I'm going to have a drink. Cheers to your health, beautiful people of Earth.